Any nation is mainly represented by its ministers. They speak on country's developments, they are the face. This is the most high-profile portfolio for any nation. What if the top faces of a country start to go missing? Our neighbor nation China is reporting a bizarre trend, missing ministers. And the suspicion is not on some abductors or cartel, but on the government itself. First, China's foreign minister Qin Gang went missing, not seen in public for over a month now. Gang was last seen on 25th June when the foreign ministers of Sri Lanka, Vietnam and Russia visited Beijing. Since then, he just vanished in thin air and did not attend the crucial ASEAN Foreign Ministers Summit in Indonesia. There were rumors over an affair with a journalist, but this speculation was neither confirmed nor denied by any authority in public domain. But what we do know is that China's ruling Communist Party officially bans the cadre from having extramarital relationship, and its discipline watchdog often cites these affairs when charging senior officials with corruption. Then the rocket force commanders go missing. General Liu Chao, who headed the People's Liberation Army's rocket force unit, and his deputy General Yu Gongbin had disappeared for months. No official statement was made on their disappearance, who are, remember, the top men of the elite nuclear force of China. In July, however, Xi Jinping himself announced the dismissal of 2 officials from the rocket force. It's a military branch responsible for the development of highly strategic ballistic missiles. Reports suggested that there was an anti-corruption investigation possibly initiated against the men. In early September then, the president of the army's military court was sacked. Beijing did not give any official reason for this unexpected shakeup. If all of this was not enough, Chinese Defense Minister Li Shangfu has also been missing from public view for more than 2 weeks now. The general last appeared in public at the 3rd China-Africa Peace and Security Forum in Beijing on 29th August. He's the defense minister of a country. Initially, health reasons were mentioned for missing the meeting, but speculation has grown ever since. According to some news reports, United States of America believes that Li Shangfu has been possibly placed under investigation by the Chinese authorities. This with regard to procurement possibly of military equipment. But again, all of this is mere speculation. Recently, President Xi Jinping gave the need for unity within the military. Speculations have raised if Li Shangfu has also been removed, and if this was a hint on that, why not just make a proper announcement? No official statement on where the ministers are. Let's compare this to where India stands and where does China. When Indian scientists, after Chandrayaan's success, were launching the Aditya L1 mission to the sun, meanwhile China's rocket force commanders were going missing. We know who our foreign affairs minister is and what is he up to. This was the last meeting of India's Foreign Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar with China's Foreign Affairs Minister Qin Gang in May 2023. Since then, recently S. Jaishankar was seen leading the delegations at the G20, but the neighbor nation's Foreign Minister Qin Gang is nowhere to be seen anymore. And a quick replacement, interestingly, was even announced without details of what happened to the previous one. While Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh was addressing the North Tech Symposium at IIT Jammu and talking of research and development significance all in public domain, China's Defence Minister Li Shangfu had no public sightings for 2 weeks now at least. No official comment by its government on missing ministers and commanders. They just vanish in thin air. This is the difference between a democracy and a dictatorial communist regime. Is this People's Republic of China or missing Republic of China? If you're wondering that this could be an isolated case, no, this is not an unprecedented situation in China. From China's most celebrated entrepreneurs to sportspersons or anyone critical of the government, one word here or there against them, sometimes even for no logical reason, famous personalities have gone suddenly quiet and away from public life. For the last few years, Jack Ma, remember, is living a life of obscurity, avoiding interviews, rare public sightings. Former Alibaba founder, one of the big faces coming out from China, Jack Ma is now reportedly moving around a lot in different countries with reasons that are not clear. Seen in Japan, Thailand, Europe and now in Melbourne, according to some reports. Some say he has set up a scholarship funding, trying some new initiatives. But what we know for sure is that in October 2020 was the last public appearance of Jack Ma in China. He suddenly then disappeared from public view after he criticized Chinese regulators. Authorities called off Ant Group's IPO, fined Alibaba $2.8 billion over antitrust abuse, and then Jack Ma ceded the control of rights of the Ant Group company. That's not all. Remember tennis star Peng Shuai? Peng dropped out of public view suddenly after she put out a social media post in November 2021 claiming sexual assault by former Vice Premier of China Zhang Gaoli. Chinese authorities quickly removed the post she had put up on social media, and she was reportedly last seen in February 2022, but in a very curtailed situation. She's a three-time Olympian. She has won 25 tour titles over the course of her career, and her trailblazing success has helped to propel women tennis to new heights in China. And even a woman of that stature could not speak freely. Forget an investigation in this case. There remains a serious question mark on her safety these days, and belief is that her life is strongly controlled by the Chinese Communist Party officials. Some other high-profile personalities suddenly missing from action are Zhao Wei. This billionaire film star and pop star suddenly, mysteriously disappeared from public in 2021. All her work of films and television shows were erased from Chinese internet. Her disappearance was believed to be again due to the Chinese Communist Party's crackdown, strongly arranged by Xi Jinping himself. As I conclude, there are already widely reported and questionable records of human rights violations and of the treatment to Uyghur Muslims and Tibetan Buddhists, for example. Now there is also famous personalities even in the government going missing. It is very clear and obvious that Chinese state functions in an authoritarian manner, and the Communist Party of China runs the country with an iron fist. Thank you for watching.